What does the supply chain advantage look like? Start with 12,000 experienced teammates. Add the precision of 20 modern distribution centers, the reach of one of the nation's largest fleets, merchandising solutions that drive sales, and custom technology applications that make doing business easy. Together, it's how we enable you to buy better, sell smarter, and profit more. McLean, your supply chain advantage in action.
This quote defines the man that we are honoring tonight. The 2010 Retail Leader of the Year, the CEO of Chek, Dean Durling. The story begins in 1888, New Jersey, when Dean Durling's great-grandfather started a milk business called Durling Farms. He provided milk and dairy products to the customer's door for the next 75 years. In 1967, when door-to-door sales declined, Carlton Durling, Dean's father, founded Chek so the Durling Farms quality could continue to be purchased.
So when our first store opened up in 1967, down in Dunellen as a superette, and it was staffed by the local community population. It was a great little town store. But we started in the food service business. The delicatessen kind of gave that DNA, that heritage of food service, which is what we've evolved through the years to what we have today.
Chek has grown from its very first location to its present position as the premier convenience store chain in the New York metro market. They remain a privately held, family-owned firm, operating more than 125 stores, with 12 locations that have pharmacy stores and 25 locations with fuel. From then on, nothing was to stop Chek from becoming a front-runner in the field. It was the innovator in their business with fresh food choices, a renowned 20-minute freshness guarantee for coffee program, self-checkout, fresh-baked breads, oven-toasted subs, and a variety of gourmet soups.
Under the leadership of Dean, the changes that I have seen since I have been in the company is the technology that he is using today that we did not have before. When we started in the company, we didn't have the coffee timers. We did have fresh coffee, but it wasn't a guaranteed fresh brewed every 20 minutes. With the new kiosk screens for the customer ordering. Now we just started with the new fast lane, so the company is growing so strong, and it's because of Dean that this is all happening, and because he is not afraid of the changes and he's not afraid to take the risks.
Chek's mission is to be a great place to work and a great place to shop. All strategies are grounded in that mission and guided by their core values. A true leader knows how to guide his people to one goal.
It's a culture where people really, I think, try to help each other. I know a lot of companies, there's silos of departments. We really work hard. Dean has worked extremely hard at breaking that down. People communicate directly. It's a culture of being open and honest. And I think people appreciate that.
Dean is a very high-quality leader. I've seen a lot of leaders, and he's right up there. He's a five-star leader. I've seen him develop over the years. I don't think he started there, but he's gotten to be a five-star leader. And he's the kind of guy that has a tremendous balance between his ability to understand how to drive a people culture, how to be results-oriented, how to be involved with having a company that has to be customer-focused, and yet at the same time, he has the balance as a person to be open, to be thoughtful. He's very professional. He's very caring about his people and about his organization, his company, and he's a guy that can pretty much have a conversation with anyone and be so open and so relaxed that he'll get the most out of the conversation with them in a very meaningful way. And he's not a leader that is about authoritarianism or about being the leader. He's a servant leader in the very best sense of that word.
Dean is about doing the right thing, taking your people with you, and everything that's good, everything that's positive. You know, he doesn't believe in getting ahead by stepping on people. It's about bringing your people with you and growing and learning, and he wants all of us to be the best that we possibly can. He wants to reach his dreams while lifting us up to reach ours.
What we love about Dean is we get way to goes. I don't know if they've talked about it. It's called a way to go pad that everyone in the company has. So if someone does something nice for you, whether it's sales or I help someone out, is a way to go pad that you can fill out a nice little note. So on Dean does it on Sunday night. He looks at all the sales by store, and you will get Monday morning when you come in, there's a way to go saying, Bill, great job in beverages and snacks last week. The individual stores, if they had a good inventory, if they had great sales, he probably sits there a few hours and writes out these thank you notes, the way to goes, to all these employees. And you know what? It's a little piece of paper, but it means so much coming from the CEO and president, where if you go into any of the stores, you'll see them posted all over their office, where they're just so proud of that and recognize it. And it makes them, when they receive stuff like that, it makes them work so much harder.
He calls people on their birthdays, every single one. He gets into the stores and rolls up his sleeves and goes behind the deli counter and helps out, while I'm sort of, looking at my watch saying, okay, we've got to go to, something here. He loves to spend time in the stores. He will, start up conversations with people at the coffee bar, and, he just loves it. In fact, sort of funny, we really know it's in his heart because, when we go out together sometimes he'll talk endlessly about the business to friends.
He really is an average guy who you can talk to and is not pretentious and listens to everybody, and everybody is as important. Whether you're a store team member working 8 to midnight on a Saturday, you're as important as a president or a VP of another convenience store chain. It doesn't matter because everybody's got a great idea. The store people and the support center people understand and are closer than anybody else. And he takes all of that. He's very collaborative. And it's a special quality that not a lot of people have.
Well, I think Dean is a poster child for an approach to life that was always important to me, and that's something that is referred to as restless unsatisfaction. Always looking for a way to improve the business in this context, and I think that's the way Dean lives his life. He's never satisfied. Always looking ahead to how to make it better, how to be the best of the best.
When Dean established himself in the business, he stepped back away from a business he'd been in for many, many years. He stepped away and said, how can we do this better? What's the next generation? He sought out counsel. He wanted, when he brought in board members, he didn't want just friends or people he knew. He wanted board members that were going to challenge him, that were going to really push him to think about where this company's going to go. And inside of that, he created a thinking process and a strategic vision for the company. And I think from there, Dean started breaking into new ground and to new innovation, and developed an attitude within the company about innovation and about processes that lead to innovation.
I thought I had a lot of passion. I think passion is probably Dean's middle name, since I don't know what it is. He has reinvigorated me into not just in the business world, but to take every moment in time and put passion behind it. I know Dean has outside interest. He loves to work out. He's playing golf. He spends time with his children, his wife. And everything he does when he relates it is from the spirit of passion. It's live every day as if it was your last, but plan to live forever. And that's how he feels.
Dean really learns from people that have a real dedication and a cause. He loves success stories of any kind, whether it's, employees in the stores or, heartbreaking stories about, hockey players. I mean, he gets tears in his eyes still if Ollie turns on the Mighty Ducks, So just, I really think he learns and grows the most from, causes, people's dedication and passion for what they do.
One of the things I was passionate about as I was growing up is I lived on a farm and I learned to ride horses. Wasn't, riding horses in shows or something like that. It's more the thrill of racing or going fast and steeplechasing and taking fences. And the thing that really delivered that was fox hunting. Collectively, 40 hounds working together is a very impressive sight. One may see something. It's almost like business. If somebody has an idea, they talk about it. A couple other hounds come over, they talk about it, and the next thing you know, you've got 40 hounds screaming at bay, running off in a direction. It's kind of the way, people work as well. Following them and chasing them across countrysides at a full gallop, over fences, it's thrilling, it's exciting, and I really had a lot of fun doing that.
Dean was always more reserved when Bob was here. Once Bob left, Dean seemed to come out of his shell. The funny thing was, we do this TCD weekend, which is an awards weekend, and the first time I saw that side of Dean, it was he and Bob at the weekend, and they dressed up as women. And for Bob, that was normal. For Dean, it was a shock. He had on high heels, the short dress, fake chest, this big wig, and it was like, oh my God, that's Dean. And that was the side of him you started to see more as Bob left and he, took over.
The Quick Chek New Jersey Festival of Ballooning is now in its 28th year. What has always amazed me about Dean is when I go into the Quick Chek 3,000 square foot store on site, he's in there making sandwiches. I've offered him VIP shirts and different treatment. He's wearing the same staff shirts as anybody, and he's just one of the guys. And I do events all around the world. We did a balloon festival in China last year, but no one is as easy to work with, as supportive, and has the same values we do about community, about kids, about the associates, and about giving back. And we both believe that you could do well by doing good. So Dean, congratulations on this honor, and thank you so much for your support over all these years.
I would describe Dean as a family man, as being an incredibly loving father. He is completely dedicated to his children and loves to sit down for a wonderful meal as a great big family and just, sit for a couple hours and just have fabulous conversations. Very loving dad.
My legacy, that I was the best father and the best husband that I could have been, number one. Number two, that I was the best leader for Quick Chek at the time. That I built a company that had a business model that could perpetuate itself, something that I call the flywheel. And within that we built the best fresh convenience marketer in the industry here. And that we had a lot of people lead successful, healthy, and rich lives.
What does the supply chain advantage look like? Start with 12,000 experienced teammates. Add the precision of 20 modern distribution centers, the reach of one of the nation's largest fleets, merchandising solutions that drive sales, and custom technology applications that make doing business easy. Together, it's how we enable you to buy better, sell smarter, and profit more. McLean, your supply chain advantage in action.